Welcome back to Psych 101, brought to you by The Peeping Joe Show. In our previous episode, we learned about some of the psychological processes behind Brian Callen's inclination to make excuses for sexual predators. In today's lesson, we will be looking at his co-host, and some say partner, Brendan Schaub. Now, Mr. Schaub has a litany of psychological traits that are worthy of study, but today we will only be examining a few, mainly his tendency to constantly exhibit what we call in medical terms, cuck behavior. Let us get started.
I was just talking to Joe on the walk over. How long for me to train to beat Rhonda? That'll never happen.
He wouldn't know. He's not an expert. He's a fan with an audience.
That's interesting.
Pause it. Here's the other thing I don't get. Here's the other thing I do not get. Bert and Joe are close. Other podcasters have, especially in the comedy world, have other comics on, and those hosts are close with Rogan. When you bring somebody on and they throw a jab at your boy, I don't understand how you just let it ride or have fun with it. Oh, what? How are you not defending your boy after all he's done for you? Even if say it wasn't Joe Rogan, say it was a lower level guy. If he's one of your boys, I don't understand how you don't defend them or stick up for them. It's such cuck behavior. I don't understand. I'm not saying he needs to get in a fist fight with Rhonda. I'm not saying these other comedy podcasters have to die on the hill and defend their boy. But what you're not going to do is come on my platform and throw jabs at one of my friends. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Continue. I don't get it.
Story number 7. Recently, I found myself in a hot tub with about 8 to 10 12-year-old girls.
Found myself is funny way to put it.
Chris D'Elia?
Oh, this is gonna look bad.
Now, what you just witnessed was an absolute textbook example of cuck behavior. Mr. Schaub is shameless in his blatant hypocrisy and general underestimation in the public's ability to not be deceived by his fraudulent behavior. He talks on his podcast of not understanding the mentality of people who do not stick up for their friends. Within just 1 week, he makes an appearance as a guest on the Story Wars podcast just to do that exact thing. One of the hosts makes a joke about Mr. Schwab's longtime friend, Chris D'Elia, being a PDF file. Mr. Schaub not only does not say anything, he actually smiles, laughs, and takes what we like to call a fool's sip.
It's like I didn't like Schultz going on Rogan and talking about Santino and them.
What was it?
I didn't like that.
I did.
What did I did. I didn't like that.
I did.
What'd he do?
Nah, I'm with Schultz on that. There's this culture, and it's mainly a comic thing, where these guys, especially Rogan, even Firing the Kid, we've given so many people platforms, and then they want to talk shit, or they're going to... So let's say you brought Mark Maron on this show, and he started going bad on Rogan. I promise you I wouldn't add to it, or I wouldn't even give him a platform. But they decided to, so we just got to be like, oh, it's all good, it's harmless. I think it's hoe behavior. I think it's hoe shit. I think it's soft. I think it's what's wrong with comedy.
Recently, I found myself in a hot tub with about 8 to 10 12-year-old girls.
Chris D'Elia?
Oh, this is gonna look bad.
What you see here is Mr. Schaub projecting, calling those actions hoe behavior and soft, while simultaneously exhibiting that exact behavior. Projection is a psychological defense mechanism where a person subconsciously attributes their own unacceptable thoughts, feelings, or actions to another person.
But you know what my thing is? I just think it's hoe behavior. I just think it's soft beta behavior because there's no repercussions.
Gossiping.
Yeah, it's just hoe shit. It's just chicken head shit. Because I guarantee you, if I go on a podcast, they talk shit about Chris, Brian, you, Jeff Dye, my Rogan. It ain't going. Whoa, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
what the fuck are you talking about?
I always.
Recently, I found myself in a hot tub with about 8 to 10 12-year-old girls.
Chris D'Elia?
Oh, this is going to look bad.
It is rather astonishing at the level in which Mr. Schwab is comfortable in exposing his duplicity. In psychology, duplicity refers to deceptive behavior, where someone pretends to act or feel one way but does the opposite, essentially presenting two contradictory versions of themselves to deceive others, often for personal gain, involving dishonesty, double dealing, and saying different things to different people.
It's like, dude, there's no loyalty or friendship with comics. Zero. That's zero, right?
That's not true.
Zero. Where's this
It's easy
energy
to
for
defend.
Brian?
I'm
Where's
saying-
this energy for Brian who had on, I can go through the list, who we've
That's what
had
I'm saying.
on before they made it.
You know what,
Yeah.
Brendan, that's the first thing I thought. The first thing I thought was like, oh, well, where was this energy for Chris? You know, where was this energy when
Where's
all
this
that
energy?
stuff was going on?
You guys just
there's
shouldn't write Chris off? But here's the thing. The way it works in the world I come from is Mark Maron, with all the shit talk he's talking about, with all the Rogan verse, and you guys aren't going to condone this, he needs to get fucking punched in the face. That's how this should go.
Well, behind a mic,
if you're
it's
going to
easy.
talk all this shit,
Behind a mic,
and you
it's
get
easy.
physically assaulted, you're going to stop.
Right.
You fucking cuck.
Chris D'Elia?
Here we see Mr. Schwab suggesting committing violence against people for speaking badly about his friends. While we could spend hours diving into the thought process behind that statement alone, in this context, it is just a flagrant example of hypocrisy. In psychology, a hypocrite is someone who claims high moral standards but act inconsistently with them, often due to ego, low self-esteem, or a desire for acceptance, creating a disconnect between their professed values and their actual behavior.
So that whole thing, like you say, keep that energy. That's what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Well, the reason he can go to podcasts to do is because there's no repercussions.
Because it hasn't happened.
Because he's
Right,
around
yes.
other cucks.
I know.
When you're sitting on a stage with some of those people who were totally okay with talking shit about you, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What's going on right there?
Chris D'Elia?
Here we see Mr. Schwab's co-host, Eric Griffin, hinting indirectly and insinuating that Mr. Schwab had the chance to defend Mr. Delia, but chose not to. This podcast was recorded not long after Mr. Schwab's cuck incident on Story Wars, and Mr. Griffin is clearly speaking in innuendos to try and get his point across without triggering Mr. Schwab's CTE and getting physically assaulted. In psychology, innuendo is indirect communication, often negative or suggestive, that relies on hints to convey meaning while allowing the speaker plausible deniability.
How much is like keep that same energy?
No, I don't. I mean,
He's right there. Tell him.
I had people.
I'm watching the clip. Tell him. Tell him right now.
Yeah.
He's sitting there right there. Tell him. Talk to him. Talk shit about him right now. He's right in front of you. Go ahead.
Can't.
That concludes our lecture for today. For more, please like and subscribe to The Peeping Joe Show. Thank you.